Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got another update for you for my Pandos eyeshadows. Yeah, in this project we're working on 5 eyeshadows at a time, or like a lot of people are doing this project and a lot of them are doing 5 eyeshadows. And we're trying to hit pan on them. And once we do, we roll the eyeshadow out and roll something new back in its place. Let's take a look at where we are at. So I thought I'd start with the ones that I have the least progress on. One of them is my Creative Me number 2. I don't know what it is, but it's still hard for me to actually use the greens. So I'm working on this green color in here, and I've used it 2 times over the last month. I used it 2 times before, so that is 4 times in total. One of the 2 times is right now. I've got the eyeshadow kind of on the outer 2/3 of my lid, blended in with some other stuff. So yeah, it's being used, but slowly. I do really like this color though, but I keep forgetting that it's there and that I like it. So just need to get into the flow of using it a little bit more at some point. Then we have the Sleek Oh So Special palette, and in here I'm working on Glitz. And Glitz is my nice surprise from last time. I'll turn this around so I'm not blinding you guys. Yeah, I said I wouldn't want to do any blacks, but this is a gray. It's not a black, so I decided to throw it in anyway. It definitely is like not as dark as a black would be, so it's fine. I'm wearing this on kind of the outer third of my lid at the moment, with a little bit of black in there, but as you can see it's not like overly dark at the moment. So yeah, that works. I've used this one 6 times. Not a whole lot yet, but I've been using it more over the last 1 or 2 weeks, so that's a good sign. Then we're going into the Urban Decay eyeshadow box, or shadow box, in, I always forget the name of this one, Beauty with an Edge. And in here I'm working on Bordello for this project, which is the shade right in the middle here. And I have used this one, let's see, what was it, 2 times last time and 15 times this time around. So in a close-up you can also see there is definitely a little bit of a dip starting to form in this one. I don't really know how deep the pans are, so I have no idea how much further I still have to go, but it's good to see that dip coming. I'm using this one a lot in my crease as kind of a transition color at the moment. I've also done that today. Tried to incorporate these shades kind of in my look today as well. But I've also worn it on my lid a couple of times. It's a bit darker of a like pink taupey color. So sometimes it's a bit darker than what I would like to see on my lid at that point in time, but sometimes it works out fine as well. So yep, that is that one. I'm realizing I'm forgetting to do swatches, so let's actually show you guys some swatches. This is that pink shade. As you can see, like it's not really dark, but it's kind of like a medium darkness. It's not a light color either, so yeah, as a transition color it works really nicely. It's easy to incorporate into my daily looks. Okay, going on to the green, a really nice, also not too bright, not too dark, not too light type of green. I do really like this one, like I said, but I just need to get into the habit of actually using it a little bit more. Then of course we have Glitz, and Glitz is a good bit darker. It's kind of like a charcoal gray with a nice sheen to it. All of these shades have a nice sheen to them. I do like Glitz actually. I wasn't really sure how I would feel about a gray, but I like it better than I expected. Then we've got the nice bright orange shade. Let me give you a swatch of that one as well. This one I am wearing in kind of to warm up my crease, so it's on the outer edge of my crease to give that little bit of a warm orangey vibe to it, but it's not too in your face. Like, it can be really in your face if you would want to, as you can see, but if I blend it out it actually works quite nicely in like more neutral looks as well. I've used this one another 20 times and I already used it 31, so I've used it 51 times now, and that dip is barely a dip. I don't know, it's just really hardly pressed. Like, most of the matte shades in this palette are really hardly pressed, and it's just going to take me a long time to get through it. But I really like the way I'm able to incorporate this on a pretty much daily basis at the moment, so I don't mind using it. It's just gonna be in here a while. Like I might just put this on my lid a few times as well to see if that makes any difference, but still have a good bunch of eyeshadows that I'm trying to make some progress on, so using it in my crease at least make sure that I'm using it on a consistent basis. Then moving on to the Sleek, the original palette, and in this one I was working on the Bronzy shade, and I've used that another 11 times. I already used it 13, so that's 24 in total, and I don't know if you can see from here. Yep, I think you can. I hit pan, so I'm really happy about that. I made this kind of my focus shade, so I've decided to kind of try and have one shade that I try and incorporate in every look that I do until I hit pan on it, and then around that I just play around with whatever I feel like playing around with. So it gives me the freedom to play around, but it also makes sure I'm at least focusing a little bit more on something to make some proper progress. So this was the one at the start of the month, and after 11 uses I did manage to hit pan on that, so 24 uses in total. I did already use this palette quite a bit. This was one of my like earlier eyeshadow palettes, so it, even though it doesn't even look that used, but I have used it a good few times before this. So yeah, that is pan. And just to show you guys what this one looks like, it was a nice like bronzy, a little bit more on the cooler bronze side shade. Okay, so now that I've hit pan on something, it means I get to roll something new in. So I'm gonna take my phone and open the pre-random app, putting in the numbers 1 to 154, because that is, if I'm correct, the amount of eyeshadows that I still have without a pan, if I didn't miss anything. And now we're gonna shake it up. Let's see, because last time it didn't really stick to the numbers that I put in there, but I think they've done an update since. So let's see what number we're gonna get. So this is number 138. And as I've said before I'm gonna check what this eyeshadow is, I'm not gonna put in any blacks. And I'm kind of on the fence about greens as well, because as you guys know, I've got a green in here and I've got 2 greens in my whole collection project pan. So if it's a green, I will give myself permission to see if it's something I want to work on or not. But let's see, 138 is my Catrice This Season's Must Have Quad. So I'm gonna get that and let's see what that color actually is. Okay, here we are. This is the palette, and for this palette I just got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm actually really excited about this. Like, it's not a very exciting color, but this color, if I turn it around, is number 3, which is a nice brow bone highlight, which I've already been using a good bit. I think it was in a roulette pan collab in one of the rounds that we were doing. So it already has a pretty nice dip. I don't know how good you guys will be able to see that. I'll try to put in a close-up shot of this one as well. So this one will be one that I can use every single day without any issue. It's not interfering with any other eyeshadows that I'm also trying to work on, and because of the dip I might be able to hit pan on it by next month already. Let's see. Okay, this is great. I am happy with this. So I'm just gonna give you guys a swatch next to everything else that I already have. So I put it here at the top. As you can see, it clearly is a brow bone highlight because it doesn't show up too well. I'm just trying to see. You might be able to see a bit of the sheen there, but apart from that I don't think you can really see it. So yeah, it works really well with everything else that I've got going on here. It will work well with anything else. This is gonna be my brow bone highlight for the upcoming month, and let's see how much longer after that. So yes, I'm excited because I've got so many things to work on, and this one works perfectly. It fits like the one hole that I didn't really have a proper eyeshadow in any projects for yet. So yeah, I'm excited. So let's set some goals for next time. So because I've seen that little dip appear in here and it works really well as a transition color, I can use it on my lids as well. I'm hoping I can hit maybe pan on this one by next time. Bordello from the Decay palette. apart from that, I'm not too sure. I just want to make sure I start using this green a little bit more. Even though I'm trying to focus on 2 other greens in another project. So I'll have to see, but more than 2 times should be possible, I think. The orange, I'm just gonna keep using the way I already am. I might use it on my lid a few times, but that's just gonna be in here for a while and I don't mind. And the Glitz shade. It would be nice if we have at least a little bit of a dip in there by next time. Let's see if I can do that. So yeah, that is it for today. Thank you guys very much for watching and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye bye!